This is USA War Stories. Discover the untold feats, honor the heroes, and witness the courage that shaped our nation.
In early 2004, the Iraqi city of Fallujah stood at a crossroads. Once a bustling center of trade along the Euphrates River, it had become a stronghold of insurgent activity following the fall of Saddam Hussein. Tensions simmered between coalition forces and local fighters, setting the stage for one of the fiercest urban battles of the Iraq War. On March 31, 2004, insurgents ambushed a convoy of American contractors traveling through Fallujah. Their vehicles were attacked and burned, and the world was soon shown graphic images that shocked the United States. In response, military and political leaders vowed decisive action, and the operation to retake Fallujah was set in motion. In April 2004, U.S. Marines launched Operation Vigilant Resolve, the first major attempt to reclaim Fallujah. Thousands of troops surrounded the city, determined to root out insurgent strongholds. As artillery thundered and tanks rolled in, the battle quickly turned into one of the most intense urban fights since Vietnam. As U.S. forces entered Fallujah, they encountered a maze of narrow streets, fortified houses, and hidden fighters. Insurgents used rooftops, alleys, and mosques as defensive positions, turning every block into a deadly trap. The Marines advanced cautiously, facing sniper fire, roadside bombs, and ambushes at every turn. As the battle raged, civilians trapped inside Fallujah faced unbearable conditions. Food, water, and medical supplies ran scarce. Families sheltered in basements as firefights echoed through the city. Humanitarian groups pleaded for a pause in fighting, and soon a fragile ceasefire was called to allow aid and evacuations. The ceasefire in Fallujah proved short-lived. As insurgents used the pause to regroup and strengthen defenses, coalition forces resumed their offensive. Explosions echoed across the city once again as Marines pushed deeper into hostile territory. The urban warfare that followed would test every ounce of training and endurance they had. Marines faced relentless house-to-house fighting in Fallujah, advancing slowly through narrow streets and fortified buildings. Every doorway, stairwell, and rooftop was a potential threat as insurgents hid in tunnels and rigged traps. The constant danger forced troops to move cautiously, relying on training, teamwork, and split-second decisions. Exhaustion, stress, and the harsh urban terrain tested every Marine as the battle raged block by block. As the battle dragged on, the physical and mental strain on Marines grew severe. Endless firefights, explosions, and constant vigilance left soldiers exhausted and on edge. Sleep was scarce, and the stress of urban combat tested their resilience. Yet, despite fatigue and fear, the troops pressed on, determined to complete their mission and protect their fellow soldiers. To overcome the fortified insurgent positions, Marines coordinated closely with armored vehicles and air support. Tanks and Bradley fighting vehicles provided cover, while attack helicopters struck key targets. This combined arms approach allowed infantry to advance safely through heavily defended streets, turning the tide in crucial sectors of the city. Marines targeted critical structures such as government buildings, mosques used as insurgent strongholds, and communication centers. Clearing these locations was vital for controlling the city and limiting enemy operations. Each building taken brought progress, but also risk, as insurgents fought fiercely to defend their positions. Amid the intense combat, Marines and medics worked tirelessly to aid the wounded, both soldiers and civilians. Field medics treated injuries under fire, and evacuation helicopters transported the most critically injured to safety. Humanitarian efforts were crucial in reducing civilian casualties and maintaining some measure of order amidst the chaos of battle. As the offensive continued, Marines moved deeper into neighborhoods still controlled by insurgents. Every street and alley posed hidden dangers, booby traps, sniper fire, and barricaded buildings. Progress was slow, methodical, and exhausting as soldiers balanced aggression with caution to minimize casualties. To break the insurgent strongholds, Marines launched coordinated assaults using infantry, armored units, and close air support. Each building and street corner required careful planning, as the enemy used fortified positions to delay advances. The combined strategy allowed Marines to gradually reclaim key areas, though at great physical and mental cost. As Marines pushed forward, they focused on capturing key insurgent leaders and securing strategic sectors of the city. House-to-house searches, intelligence gathering, and careful coordination allowed coalition forces to regain control over previously contested areas, gradually shifting the balance in Fallujah. With key areas secured, Marines and coalition forces began efforts to restore essential services. Water, electricity, and medical aid were gradually reinstated, while engineers cleared rubble and repaired critical infrastructure. These steps were vital to helping civilians return to a semblance of normalcy amidst a city scarred by weeks of intense combat. After weeks of intense combat, insurgent resistance began to wane. Marines secured neighborhoods, dismantled remaining barricades, and cleared hidden weapons caches. While sporadic attacks continued, the majority of Fallujah was brought under coalition control, marking a turning point in the city's battle and setting the stage for rebuilding. The prolonged intensity of urban combat left deep psychological and emotional marks on Marines. Witnessing destruction, civilian suffering, and relentless danger pushed soldiers to their limits. Counseling and camaraderie became crucial, helping troops process trauma and maintain morale while reflecting on the sacrifices made during the campaign. The Battle of Fallujah claimed the lives of many courageous Marines and coalition forces. Ceremonies and memorials honored those who sacrificed everything, ensuring their bravery and dedication would never be forgotten. Families, comrades, and the military community paid tribute to their heroism amid the harsh realities of war. The Battle of Fallujah became a case study in modern urban warfare. Lessons learned about coordination, intelligence, and civilian protection influenced future military operations. Strategists analyzed the campaign to improve tactics, minimize casualties, and prepare troops for the challenges of urban combat in conflict zones around the world. The Battle of Fallujah remains one of the most intense urban conflicts in modern military history. Its story is one of courage, sacrifice, and the resilience of both soldiers and civilians. Remembering these events honors those who endured unimaginable hardship and highlights the enduring lessons of strategy, bravery, and humanity in war. Thank you for watching this in-depth account of the Battle of Fallujah. For more true stories of courage, sacrifice, and historic military events, subscribe to USA War Stories and hit the notification bell. Join our community as we honor the bravery of soldiers and civilians and keep the lessons of history alive.